This is Tori. She fell in love with Travis and Ethan and Mark and Chris. Their four-way relationship is working wonders for them.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
But not everyone understands the dynamic.
I was like, oh, you're kidding, that you're joking.
How will this poly relationship cope with a further addition to the family?
And so who's the father of the baby?
Alright, so then this is mine and Travis's room. This is the master bedroom. This is the room that has the bigger bed that people will swap in and out of every night just so that everyone can get equal turns, you know, sharing a bed. While this is like mine and Travis's room, we keep all of our stuff in here. People are rotating in and out. The first polyamorous relationship I had been in was actually with Travis and Ethan. Travis was the one who had brought up the idea to me. We met back in elementary school. We've been dating for about 2.5, almost 3 years. I've known Ethan since junior high, and we made things official recently, but we've basically been dating for about 2 years now.
The term poly, meaning multiple, often refers to a 3-person relationship, but for these guys, it's Tori and her 4 separate lovers.
And the next one would be Mark. We met in high school. And then Chris is the newest addition. We've been dating since April.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
Alright, I'm starting with a good card. I have yay.
Yay!
No.
Are you all quite competitive when it comes to games?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to try not to be.
So is there any one person that tends to win when you play games?
Definitely Chris.
Listen, it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
Also, I rarely play this game to win. I generally just like sowing chaos.
While this poly quintet are happy to play games with one another, that's as far as play goes for the boys in this relationship.
We're not romantic with each other. We're all just connected with her.
Although Tori might like it to be another way.
They're all more than welcome to have another partner if they so choose, but as of currently, no. Honestly, I would love it if somebody found a second partner. You know, dividing time between all 5 people and making sure everyone feels included is kind of difficult.
But there are problems when 4 men are vying for just one woman's attention.
How often do you experience jealousy in the relationship?
Regretfully, a lot of the time. But, thankfully, there are a couple of healthy ways to deal with it. Primarily just talking to each other.
We have a tendency to talk around the moment of, hey, I need some time with Tori, rather than actually saying it outright.
Yeah.
But introvert, extrovert, extrovert, introvert.
Yeah.
So only 2 of us are actually any good at open communication. It helps if you know the person. An example, seeing her with Ethan, a lot easier because I was friends with him. Her and Chris was a bit dicier at first. There was a lot more jealousy, and I'll openly admit that. The same goes for Mark, because I'd never interacted with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to nay that.
I know your name.
But for me personally, yeah. I've never been with the idea of monogamy, so I've always looked for a polyamorous relationship.
So, would you ever consider a romantic relationship with each other?
I don't really know, to be honest. I guess I'm open to it, but I'm not gonna go after it. I know Ethan and I sorta tried back in high school, and that kind of flopped really fast.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
All of your unicorns are pandas.
My turn.
And now this 5-way relationship is about to be joined by an additional member.
Alright, and then here we have the nursery. So it's starting to get set up It's not quite done yet. Not due for another couple of months, so we still have some more time.
So I am currently about 23, 24 weeks pregnant. We found out a couple weeks ago that we're having a girl. We're very excited.
And so, who's the father of the baby?
So Chris is the biological father. We just know that because of timing. But as far as, I guess, socially goes, we're all raising the baby together, so everyone's dad.
So, Chris, how do you feel about everyone operating the role of dad?
It's definitely a little interesting. I mean, I grew up with the idea of, one dad, one mom, but there's a lot of support between all of us dads. I always joke about the idea of getting stuck in an endless loop of go ask your dad.
Having an unusual relationship structure has meant they've all received judgment in different forms.
Polyamory is definitely an uncommon thing. A lot of people have grown up in monogamy culture of, you don't really love someone if you have eyes for somebody else.
It sucks to have to say, but I probably have more of the negative reaction from friends and family. When I first got into the relationship, my friend group was not very supportive of it at all. My family is slowly coming around to the idea. The pregnancy has helped with that.
Most of my friends know all of my partners, and they love us and think that we're cute and such. My family is kind of quiet about their disapproval.
The relationship was also met with mixed feelings by Tori's closest relation.
I will admit that since I'm her older brother, that I just have that tendency, I suppose, to be protective. I wasn't expecting the pregnancy announcement. That one was a little bit of a shocker for me, that protective older brother. I was like, oh, you're so young. I was like, oh, you're kidding, that you're joking. No. But now, since then, it's really exciting. I'm very excited to meet my niece. It takes a village to raise a child and all of that. I just feel like the more love that you could put in, the better the outcome for the kid can be.
There's a little face picture, little foot in the middle. Yeah.
Despite the judgment, jealousy, and jostling for attention, these guys are more than excited to welcome the sixth person into their family.
I'm a little partial to us, but I couldn't think of a better family to raise a baby in.